It's Ash from Super Videos back for another Q&A live stream. This is going to be Q&A number 68. Let me just make sure I got the right Q&A number here. Yeah, Q&A number 68. I'm starting to lose count of the number now, but again, another Q&A, another week. So let's see what we have here. One thing I do want to mention before I get into the questions is there was a teaser that was released yesterday, I think, for the second half of Season 8. I did a promo breakdown for that. However, they just recently released another one today. And I haven't had time to do any promo breakdown for it yet because I was going to do it and then my computer started doing some sort of update. And as soon as it was done, I had to jump into the live stream. So stay tuned for that. I might not be able to get to it tonight, but hopefully tomorrow. So stay tuned for that promo breakdown. It looks like a great promo, great teaser. It's focused on Carl, that one. But yeah, we'll get that, or I'll get that up by tomorrow for sure. So stay tuned for that. So let's get into these questions, or they're not even questions. I think people are just talking to each other or something. But we have Squidward, the Almighty Meme God. As always, he's here, and he's the first one. We have Ape Lovers 03, and they say, hi, I've not heard your, or I don't remember you being on the live streams before. Maybe you just changed your name, but it's good to see new people on the live stream. And then you're just talking to the Almighty Meme God, it seems like. And then you say, or Squidward, the Almighty Meme God says, we get to talk to Ash, that's what matters. Thank you, I appreciate it. King Ken 214, how do you know they weigh? I don't know what that means exactly. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, isn't the meme dead? Isn't that meme dead? I guess you're referring to King Ken's comment. I don't know what that meme is anyway. Ape Lovers 03, I'm a big fan. Thank you, I appreciate it. Really appreciate all the support and the participation on everything. King Ken 214 says, be right back. Ape Lovers 03, how old are you? I am 24 years old. Ape Lovers 03 says, you look cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was thinking of doing something that I haven't tried before. I was thinking of doing like a live stream promo breakdown, and this time it actually works out pretty well. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might get to that right after the live stream. I might just do a live stream promo breakdown. It might be terrible. I don't know. It might be slow. It might, look really bad because I have to go back and forth several times. And, when I do the actual promo breakdowns, I cut off a lot of that. And what you see is basically a portion of what I actually record because I have to go back and forth. So I might not get to it, but we'll see what happens. Ape Lovers 03, you sound like a rat. Just kidding, nice videos. That was hopefully a troll comment. Not that I care, but yeah. And thank you, I appreciate you saying that these are nice videos. So let me know in the comments or in the chat. Do you want me to do or attempt to do a promo breakdown live, or is that better coming right after? And, that way it'll be cleaner and it won't have all of the live stream stuff on it. Giuseppe De Rosa says, hey, how are you? Ape Lovers 03, does Cork die? I don't know who Cork is. Giuseppe De Rosa, when did this start? A few minutes ago. You didn't miss much. Ape Lovers 03, Carl. Yes, Carl does die. He hasn't died yet, but in the mid-season premiere, he's going to die for sure. That's going to be his final episode. One thing, I don't know how long this live stream is going to be. I might have to cut it short because I do have to get to something. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I might not even have time to do a live stream for the promo breakdown. We'll see. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think we'll see another Rick versus Negan fight? Yes, we will for sure. Most likely at the end of the season, in the finale, 8/16. Most likely. Squidward, the almighty meme god, back with his troll comments or his memes. I'm not going to read it because you've basically said that every live stream. King Ken 214 is going to die in Season 8. Who are you talking about exactly? King Ken 214, I mean after the Kara all day is still no one saving set for Rick and Judith. I mean after the Kara all day is no one saving set for Rick and Judith. I'm not sure what you mean there. You might have to rephrase that. Giuseppe De Rosa, what do you think will happen to Jadis? That's very interesting. That's a very good question because there's something in the promo that I'm talking about that has Jadis. And, you know, she looks different than what we've seen her as. So definitely very interested in that. And I'm going to talk about that when I get to the promo breakdown for that. Maybe during the live stream here, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Ape Lover 03, my hamster died. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you'll find a way to cheer yourself up. I'm sorry to hear that though. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A, hey, in the new teaser they showed Jadis sad and crying. Do you think Simon took out the Junkyard group and left her alive? Very likely. Again, I'm going to get to that. I have some very interesting things to say about that, but you know, for a Q&A video I might not have time for it. So whenever I get to the promo breakdown, I'm definitely going to talk about that. That's going to be one of the key things I'm going to talk about. And that came from Epic Zombie Killer. Giuseppe De Rosa, it showed Jadis crying. Yes, it did. And she wasn't wearing what she used to wear. She's wearing nothing. So, did they strip her of her clothes and kill everybody? Very likely. I'm going to get to that, like I said. King Ken 214, do you think Negan will die? I mean, after the Coral, guess nobody is safe except for Rick and Jadis. And Judith. I don't think anyone's really safe. Some people have a bigger plot armor, but in terms of Negan, I don't think they're going to kill him off. I think they're going to follow his comic arc. Ape Lover 03, thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. I hope that, you know, things go better for you, and I hope that you get another hamster or whatever, but cheer up, you know, life is short. Squidward, the almighty meme god, Negan starting to grow that beard, get the pitchforks. Yes, he's starting to get the beard back for sure. I'm doing the same here. We'll see what happens with Negan. Giuseppe De Rosa, which is the most saddest episode other than Glenn and Carl? The one with Herschel, the one with Laurie's death, those are the highlights. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think possibly they will kill some of Jadis' people and Jadis joins Rick again? Not exactly. I think that most likely what's going to happen, I'll just say it. I'll talk about it when I'm doing the promo breakdown as well, but let's just talk about it. I think what's most likely going to happen is Simon is going to threaten the other Scavengers to get Jadis to stop playing games and start taking things seriously. Jadis is not going to follow. Simon is going to end up killing maybe one, maybe two, maybe several of the Scavengers. Maybe he and the Saviors are going to take the rest as prisoners. And they're going to leave Jadis by herself. And maybe that will get Jadis to get out of her stupid game and stupid shell. And maybe we'll see a different type of Jadis coming up. That's what I think is going to happen in terms of an overall kind of prediction. King Ken 214. In the first 5 seasons, do you think The Walking Dead was racist? No, I don't. I know what you're talking about with them killing off all of the, or some of the black characters, but I don't agree with that. I don't think that they're being racist or anything. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A. How do you feel about seeing Sadiq with Daryl in the promo? Interesting. I don't think there's much to say about that. Very interesting. I don't think it's just those two. I think Rosita is there. I think Tara is there. They're all together. So, an interesting kind of pair, but I don't think it means anything much. I don't think we need to look into it that much. Ape Lovers 03, what happened to the black guy in The Walking Dead? Not trying to be racist. Which black guy are you talking about, exactly? Father Gabriel, he's still alive. Who else are you talking about, exactly? I don't remember anyone else, but Giuseppe De Rosa, there's 2 promos. Yes, there's 2 promos. One, I already did a promo breakdown for yesterday, and there's another one that released just today, right before I was about to go live. Squidward the Almighty, or I saw it right before then. Squidward the Almighty Meme God, sorry for your loss. Ape Lovers 03. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the support there for the other members of this channel. I appreciate that. Squidward the Almighty Meme God. Ape Lover 03 says thanks to Squidward the Almighty Meme God. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A. Hey, is the promo in the promo? Carl is not looking good. It's sad to think that Carl and Lori are gone. Yeah, definitely sad. I think that conversation that we hear in the promo might be Carl's last conversation with Rick, or with anyone for that matter. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think we'll see more new groups that are not in the comics in the future? Very likely. I think that's part of Walking Dead's show. They do introduce new groups. So, yeah, most likely. Ape Lover 03 Heath. What about Heath? Giuseppe De Rosa, is The Walking Dead your favorite show of all time? Favorite zombie apocalyptic TV show, for sure. King Ken 214, do you have a PlayStation 4? Yes, I do. I don't play much, but I do have a PlayStation 4. Ape Lover 03, what happened to Heath because he separated from the girl? Yeah, he separated from Tara. We don't know what happened to him. We just have to wait, really. There's really no clues. We just know someone took him, either as a prisoner or just took him, and the only clue we have is PPP. Make from that whatever you want, but that's the only clue we have. We have to wait and see what happens with him. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, I do. Not sure what you mean there. Not sure what you're referring to, I mean. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you want Tara to die? She's getting under my skin a little bit, but I don't want her to die quite yet. But she's definitely one of those background characters that they can end up killing. King Ken 214, I'm happy that the show and comments are very different. The show and comments are very different. Not sure what you mean there, but yeah, not sure what you mean about the comments. The show being different, it is different, but I don't think that it's better in a way. I think what they had going before is a lot better. Something's changed, not exactly sure, I can't pinpoint it, but after season 6, something flipped, and the show is just not what it used to be. Maybe it's because they introduced Negan and we have a more kind of one-on-one battle type, action type of storyline. Maybe that's what it is. And it's less about the walkers. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what makes it less dark. But something is different about it for sure. Giuseppe De Rosa, what do you think will be in charge of the Saviors after the war? Either Gavin or Dwight. One of the two. Depending on what storyline they want to follow. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, says, I do have a PS4. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. What you meant in the other comment. Okay, that's cool. King Ken 214, I'm happy that the show is very different than the comic book. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's different than the comics. It lines up a lot, but it's different. I like most of what they're doing different from the comics, but again, recently season 7, 8, the changes just haven't worked for me. Epic Zombie Killer, hey, I just picked up The Walking Dead Volume 28, and a certain Doom Carl's death is similar to Andrea's death in the comics. Interesting, could be. I think Andrea's a bit here, Carl is a bit on the abdomen. A little different, but I see what you mean there with the circumstance and stuff. I see that. Interesting. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think Simon will die? Do I think he's gonna die? Most likely. Do I want him to die? Definitely. Giuseppe De Rosa, wouldn't it be cool to see a natural disaster in The Walking Dead? It's a good storyline. Yeah, I agree with that. that's something that they haven't explored in the TV show that much. They did have that storm back in season 5, I think, where they were in the barn. But other than that, they haven't really invested or explored that kind of story. So I'm definitely interested to see that if they end up doing it. Maybe introduce snow. Maybe introduce a water drought or something like that. Maybe introduce a storm but at a bigger scale. Maybe a hurricane. Maybe something like that. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, anyone have buffering issues? Everything seems to be fine on my part. It seems to be fine, but maybe there's some buffering on your end. If things get really bad, then we might have to kind of disconnect, but it's almost the end of the live stream anyway, so we'll see what happens. One thing I want to say, I don't think I'm going to have time for doing the promo breakdown live, so I'm most likely going to get to that later. If you are interested in doing that live, in me doing that live, let me know in the comment section or in the chat, and I'll maybe do another live stream, but for the promo breakdown. But again, I don't think it's going to be that good because I would end up going back and forth several times. Giuseppe De Rosa, imagine a hurricane. Yeah, that would be pretty badass. Pretty cool to see, at least let's say that. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, if Simon kills the Junkyard group and leaves Jadis still alive, will she go with Rick and Michonne? I don't know what Jadis is going to do. Nothing about her is expected. Like, we can't predict what she's going to do. She's going to do whatever she wants to do. We can't predict what she's going to do. She's unpredictable. So, I don't know what she's going to do. Ape Lovers 03, what do you work as? You want to know what I do for work? Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, I do IT work. But I'm a computer science guy. For those of you that might know about that stuff. Ape Lover 03. Oh, you said badass. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, why not? Why not what? Are you talking about the buffering issue still or something else? I'm not sure. Just Happy De Rosa, do you think we'll see some not in the comic story like Beth's story? I think we will see some story that's not in the comics, but in terms of story similar to Beth, I'm not a fan of that storyline. So I hope that we don't get anything like that, but I do think we're going to see some storylines that are not like the comics. That might have been very loud. Sorry about that. Okay, we're about 20 minutes in. I might have to, let's see here. Let's just do this quick. Okay, we are like 20 minutes in. I'm probably going to do 5 or 6 more minutes of live stream, then we're going to probably end it. Epic Zombie Killer, how long do you think The Walking Dead's lasting? I'm asking this because the ratings have been going down. Yeah, the ratings are going down in terms of how long it's going to last. It's going to go for a long time. Is it going to be at the same level of quality as what we used to have? Probably not. Is it going to include the same cast and crew? Probably not. But is it going to still be there? For sure. It's going to be a different version of what we have now. It's going to be way different, but it's still going to be there. AMC is not going to let Walking Dead pass away like that. They're just going to stick to it as long as they can. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, making it live. Okay, so you're saying, why do I not make it live, the promo breakdowns? There's several reasons. One, it'll be a little boring because I keep going back and forth in order to kind of pinpoint what they're saying or pause it at the right moment to talk about something. And sometimes I even kind of go back repeatedly to listen and, think about why they have things together and things like that. So it's going to be boring for the audience. I end up trimming a lot of that for the actual promo breakdown, so that's why I don't do it live. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think we'll ever see some more Rain in the episodes? We might. Rain they might do. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think the actor of Maggie will leave? I don't think so. I hope not. Giuseppe De Rosa, she's saying she wants as much money as Norman and Andrew. I haven't heard that. That's interesting. Let's see what happens there. Because if she ends up leaving, then this might be the beginning of the end of The Walking Dead as we know it. Because it's like a ripple effect. This is gonna cause someone else to want to do the same thing, and so on and so forth. And at the end, the cast is gonna change completely. So, yeah. Epic Zombie Killer. Do you see Maggie becoming even more stronger and more badass? Oh, and Jerry's still alive. I definitely can see Maggie becoming stronger and more badass for sure. Especially now that she's given this kind of opportunity to be this leader. And Jerry is still alive. Yes, that's true. If you watch my promo breakdown for the last promo that they released yesterday, I do talk about that there. Jerry is definitely alive. Not sure whether he runs away or he escapes or someone gets to him and helps him escape or something like that, but he's alive for sure. Giuseppe De Rosa, I don't think the actor of Maggie would want to... Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm back. Obviously, by the sound, you know what happened there. So, not going to say too much there. Giuseppe De Rosa, I think the actor of Maggie would want to leave without an ending of her story. Yeah, I think she would want to end her story first. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, was that a dog? No, it was not. It was my nephew. He's 2 years old. Or, yeah, 3 years old. Not a dog. No. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, I was relieved to see Jerry at the hilltop. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I'm glad he's alive. I'm a massive Jerry fan. From the moment he got introduced, I was a fan. So I'm glad that he's sticking around. Hopefully next half of the season, he's not going to die. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that, for sure. Okay, I think that might be the end of the live stream. As you heard, we do have some guests over, so yeah, I'm gonna go. So, yeah. Giuseppe De Rosa, I want The Walking Dead to go for 20 seasons. What do you like? Would you like that? For sure, if this quality stays the same. 20 seasons might be too long in terms of the quality being what it is. Squidward, the Almighty Meme God, it's definitely a stream highlight. Yes, it is. I might put that as the title. Disruption. Or interruption, sorry. I might. Okay, that's it for this live stream. Sorry about that. Interruption there. And, this live stream was definitely cool and interesting. Some very interesting questions. Thank you for everyone who participated. I appreciate it. Hopefully next live stream will be a bit longer. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed this live stream. So that's it for this Q&A live stream. See you next time for another live stream.